Well, we had this little bitty deck outside our kitchen, and we always love to eat outside, and so we can't here in Roswell. Number one, it's too hot. The sun is blazing down on this side of the deck, and also the mosquitoes. So we decided to look for a deck guy and replace the deck.
As a matter of fact, John was bidding against a very large company here in town who really wanted to do our deck, but they kind of came out with a cookie cutter template and really wanted us to have what they wanted us to have. Where John came here and he looked at it and he said, you know, what you want is very doable. And like Kathy said, he spent many nights creating this unique deck that we have here. And it was because of his creativeness and his willingness to work with us that we actually chose John over the much larger company. If you look at the gable here on the roof, the other large company said it wasn't possible. And John came in here and just created this, what we think is kind of like a cabin
People
effect.
always comment, I feel like I'm in a cabin.
And over the dining area, he created that kind of on the fly. And here is just pine, but it was beveled underneath so that when the pine ages, it doesn't want to flip up. So John hand selected every piece of wood that went in this. And so he looked at it, and everything was done under John's supervision. And like Kathy said, the deck is almost 5 years old, and we've not had one piece of pine come up on us.
No, it hasn't warped, nothing.
The large company would send out a crew, and they seemed to want to knock it out as fast as they could. John, as a smaller company, takes his time and is more interested in the customers, in outcome. And we noticed this when we went to look at the other decks that John had built, and they weren't quite as large as this, but everybody said pretty much the same thing, that, you know, John's a great guy and look at the quality. And when we saw those decks versus any of the other companies' decks, I mean, it was absolutely night and day. The workmanship was spectacular. This has just expanded our house tremendously. We come out here, we enjoy all seasons. We're able to enjoy nature, and in addition, with a large expansive deck down where the jacuzzi is, it allows us to have parties and have a lot of people over. Yeah, it's changed it tremendously, and like Kathy said, we've enjoyed this thing beyond belief. I have to stress that if you look at John's quality as compared to the other companies, there's just so much distance between the two, and price became less important to us, even though they were close. Quality and outcome was more important to us, and it was just it was a good decision on our part.